I mean, I would summarize quickly my experience at AM Total Fitness as eye-opening, inspiring, and exciting. My personal fitness story in a nutshell was when I was a young man, which I'm not anymore, did a lot of weight training only, a little bit of cardio. This is 30 years ago. And as I got older and had a family, I had time for cardio, and I kind of made that a priority. Didn't do as much weight training, but I did a little, and that seemed to work into my 30s, early 40s. Then COVID hit, and we gave up the gym membership. And about a year into COVID, we picked up a Peloton, and I started doing the Peloton exclusively and really kind of only. And I thought that was great, you know, even though I wasn't really doing any weight training at all, and really hadn't done any weight training at that point for probably 20 years. My wife joined here first. She was 2 or 3 months ahead of me. She came home right out of the first day, tell me all about this. She was very excited, and I said, that's her thing, I'll just keep doing my Peloton, I'm fine. Well, she talked me into coming over, and I, with all the benefits she was seeing, I said, yeah, I'll check this out. She liked everybody here. I hadn't met anybody. She told me about all the characters. I kind of knew everybody from the names, so I went over and tried. So I had the DEXA scan and the VO2 test, and I was shocked. I actually didn't believe it. It was delivering a little bit of bad news that I did not expect to get. And at first, my attitude was, well, let's just do this program that they've taught me about, which was very interesting, by the way. And I said, I've got a long way to go. My main goal was to lose weight, because during those COVID years and just getting older, I'm in my late 50s now, I packed on a lot of weight that, when I was 25, I never guessed I'd be this heavy. Thought I had a long road to go. I wouldn't worry so much about those scan results, even though they were fairly sobering. And I didn't really believe them. A little bit of me didn't really believe them. So I'll rush to the end here. So I've now been in the program about 16 weeks. 2 or 3 weeks ago, I had an assessment of my second one. So I had been 14 weeks in, and the improvements were pretty dramatic. And I'm very excited about that. In a nutshell, I lost about 5% of my body weight. Almost all of that was fat. I gained a fair amount of lean mass, and the VO2 results were dramatically different. They told me, I'll share with you, your staff told me that I was a hair's breadth above a cardiac rehab patient in terms of my VO2 capabilities on my first assessment. And like I said, I thought they made a mistake. I mean, how could that possibly be? But I hadn't been doing any weight training at all. And it became as they taught me about what was happening and how this was working, it became pretty apparent in the first few weeks that this was something, this was gonna work. I could feel it. I could feel when I did my cardio at home, and then I'd come back for the second or third weight session, and it felt easier immediately. And I could tell the progression was gonna be dramatic. So that got me excited and more focused, and now I'm into it. So I've got a long way to go. No aspirations of looking like a photography model or being a bodybuilder, but I want to lose another 30 pounds, and I think I can do it. There's really 2 things going on here. One, they've got this initial assessment program, which will read and assess where anybody is, no matter what's their situation. And I've met people in the gym who are post serious medical issues, younger people who are just here trying to get stronger for athletic reasons. There's a whole wide gamut of people here. I'm an older middle-aged guy trying to lose some weight. That's me. But they can receive anybody and deliver that assessment, with the state-of-the-art, information and tools. And it's accurate. I'm now pretty confident. But 2, they clearly customize the program for you wherever you are. If you're a have a medical issue, serious, minor, if you are trying to do an athletic feat and you just need better training, if you're trying to lose weight like me, it doesn't really matter. It seems to me they will have a custom program for you, and you pop you into that immediately, and it works. Like I said, I was assessed at 14 weeks, and I took major strides. If I keep that rate of progression going in 2 years, I'll look like I did when I was 25, mostly. So anyway, that's what I would recommend to anybody that showed an interest in doing it.